Children's Church. While they're finding their place, you can find your place in James, first chapter. James, first chapter.
Don't like James.
Don't like me?
Don't like that James.
He's kind of rough, ain't
That's what you heard.
We're going to talk this morning just a little bit about pretending. A lot of pretenders, great pretenders out in the world today, in every fashion of our world, both the unsaved and saved, in many aspects of our lives. That's without a shadow of a doubt. While Pam and I were on vacation, we had an opportunity to rest a little bit, watch a little bit of TV. They had cable in the campground that we were set up in. I happened to be watching a show one afternoon on the life and the history and the life of Elvis Presley, which was a 2-hour-long show. I found that pretty interesting, but at the end of it, they showed the many different pretenders that are scattered across the United States today. I even saw Elvis walking on the street in Walterboro the other day. There are so many out there. There was a time in my life when I was working for my uncle at the auditorium in Spartanburg, and I was working downstairs, running the spotlight downstairs. My uncle was running the spotlight upstairs, and my other uncle was running the sound upstairs, and one of my first cousin was running the sound downstairs, and I was operating the spotlight. We had the original, most of it, I'm going to tell my age now. Many of you do not even remember the Drifters. We had the original Drifters downstairs, and we also had the original Drifters upstairs, performing at the same time in the same auditorium. They had one of the original group, the Drifters, in both groups. So they both claimed the name, the original Drifters. At one time, there was as many as 6 of those original Drifters scattered around the United States or the Southeast performing. And some of you young ones out there will have to ask some of the older ones, who are these Drifters later. They'll be able to explain it to you. But they were some great recorders of some great music in my day. There's a lot of pretending going on out in our society today. James addresses this great pretension somewhat concerning faith obeying the word. And I think today, if we're going to find ourselves having and walking in a victorious life, or having an honest life before God, and walking with God in all honesty as well as with man, we're going to have to follow follow a recipe here that James has laid down for us. There are 3 responsibilities that he gives us in this passage of Scripture concerning our pretending, and I think we'll find them pretty interesting this morning. Did you know that even our money today, and even after they have introduced into into circulation the new $20 bills, $5 bills. In fact, they're getting ready to introduce a new $5 bill into circulation, where they're moving the cord, the strand of whatever it is, thread, so that it can no longer be counterfeited. But we know that will not happen, because we know right now that in statistic alone there are over $23 million already this year alone that have been counterfeited throughout our United States. 1,800 people already have been arrested in counterfeiting charges. In Honduras, I found this, talking about counterfeiting. Drew and I and Ron, we were uptown in the market one day picking up some fruit and some other things, we happened to be, we stopped to look at a rack that was filled with video, just videos after videos after videos. Did you know that they already had a counterfeit video on their rack over there that we did not have in the United States? It was playing at the movies here. And they already had a counterfeit of it on the market over there for sale. So that just goes to show you that, and let me tell you something, Christians. Criminals do not have a monopoly. Criminals do not have a monopoly on the world of counterfeiting. I think if someone were to do a statistical study, we might find that the church, now the local church, not talking about the Church of Jesus Christ, but the church may lead out in that category as far as counterfeiting and pretending. The Bible tells us of many counterfeits in it. We don't have to go too far in the religious society concerning the Sadducees and the Pharisees and those people concerning their counterfeiting. Even their religious society that they had set up was counterfeit. James, stand if you will. 19 through 27. I want you to notice as we begin reading here the word therefore. Therefore is going to refer back to verse 16. And if we take a look at verse 16, he's going to tell us, do not be deceived, my beloved brethren. Every good gift and every perfect gift is from above, that comes down from the Father of lights, with whom there is no variation or shadow of turning. Of his own will he brought us forth by the word of truth, that he might be that we might be a kind of first fruits of his creatures. Then he gives us this word, therefore, or so then. Therefore, since God gives every perfect and every good gift, and he cannot deceive you. God is not a deceiver. If you back up in this passage of Scripture, you'll find out. God can't tempt you. Verse 13. God can't tempt you. He's not evil. James says, therefore, my beloved brethren, let every man be swift to hear, slow to speak, slow to wrath. For the wrath of man does not produce the unrighteousness of God. Therefore, since the wrath of man does not produce the unrighteousness of God, lay aside all filthiness and overflow of wickedness, and receive with meekness the implanted word, which is able to save your souls. If you're in the habit of underlining in your Bibles, you may want to underline that, receive with meekness the implanted word. That's the first responsibility that we are going to find here in James, in this passage of Scripture, that James offers us in how we can have this honest walk with God. But be ye doers of the word, not hearers only, deceiving yourselves. For if anyone is a hearer of the word and not a doer, he is like a man observing his natural face in a mirror. But he observes himself, goes away, and immediately forgets what kind of man he was. But he who looks into the perfect law of liberty, freedom, and continues in it,